just need someone to hear me. Woo! How's YouTube tonight? I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. How many people suffering from that right now? I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Woo! How's YouTube tonight? How is YouTube tonight, baby? I got some clipper action going on here. Okay. Let's turn that off here. Nice little tester. I need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Woo, yeah. For real. We all do right now, don't we? So I've been feeling heavy for some folks around me. And so I made a call today. And it was 100% accurate. She said, Dede, I was under the weather yesterday. How did you know? I need someone to talk to. Amy. I need someone to hear me. I need someone to talk to. If I could get the right button here. I need someone to hear me. Woo, yeah. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Woo! I need someone to talk to. That's me. I need someone to hear me. That's God. You could talk to God too. You could talk to God. Man, yesterday on my bike ride, I was talking to God a lot. I just flipped to my page. I'm going to read that. We're going to get into it because I haven't even had dinner. I don't want to eat too late. But I got done grooming those dogs today. Came home, I built some stuff. And then I thought, wow, I almost twisted my ankle, okay? I almost twisted my ankle. And I was like, okay, we're done here. We are done. You've been building this stuff for like 2 hours. It was great. I need this new workout regimen. And part of it today was like sweating. I was sweating until yeah, I'm sweating. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm done. I almost twisted my ankle. That was like, hey, you've done enough. Let's move on. And I'm showering. I'm showering. And I'm like, snap. I have to go. Is it Sunday? I was like, oh my gosh, my night's not over. I was like, okay, well, I have energy now. Let's do this now. And maybe I'll catch honeybee, because honeybee is, and some of y'all are in Australia, I always catch you on the tail end. And you always have to leave like 30 minutes in and you have to go to sleep. So I was like, okay, I'll get on at 8:30-ish. Yes, 8:39 right now. And I'll have dinner after. So it's a little late, but I am also a late owl. So I'll go to bed after doing all these other things that I do, about 3 or 4 in the morning is like my average. I need someone to talk to. What am I doing right now? Pookie poo. Pookie poo. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Is that you? I just need someone to talk to you. I just need someone to hear me. You sing it. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Yesterday was heavy for me. I was going to go live, but I was like, man, I'm so exhausted. I'm tired. I got a lot on my mind. And I thought to myself, if I'm going through that with little what I'm doing, I know you are going through what you're doing with a lot of what you're doing. So I want you to know, I'll try harder to come out here for you. When I feel heavy stuff on my heart and my mind, I will come out here because you must also feel heavy stuff on your heart and your mind, right? So Amy C, she had donated last week, like after the feed, like $25. And I just got to say, thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation, Amy C, to My Favorite Groomer. Woohoo! Well, you know, Dede Croy, I got to switch it up, I guess. So that, she said, this is for PJ prayer time. This is for your time. This is for, you know, make out of all that other stuff, all the other work, all that other this, and then come over here and do this. Thank you. We need it. I need it. And I want to contribute. Thank you for your time. And thank you for your donations. That helps me understand it's wanted. It's an investment, and it's an investment of time I don't get back. So thank you for investing in your PJ prayer time. If everyone donated, and this is my butt. What the heck, David? He did this video. What the? Okay, we'll fast forward that. I'm exhausted too. I mean, I'm exhausted. When do I sleep? You know, if you know a little bit of everything, I'm pretty wore out thin. And so, you know, every little bit helps like structure your life and where you want to put stuff. And if you're investing in me, I'm going to be here. So investing that time for PJ prayer time, which I always say I'm going to do 30 minutes and it usually lasts an hour, sometimes 2 hours. My dogs didn't get walked tonight. I had to get that priority done. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you know what I mean. We can't get the time back. So I have to do other things to make sure my family and my crew's taken care of and things like that. But thank you. Those contributions let me know you want this and want to see it. So thank you. Right? Well, with 2 dogs gets a phone call at 2 a.m, she now for sure goes, she sent me a confirmation on that package at 3 a.m. Oh, and then she emailed me at 4 a.m. And then she accidentally called me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't accidentally call her, but I didn't know that she was already sleeping. And then the next day she replied to my email at my text message at 10 a.m. Yeah, sometimes I kind of wonder, you know, did I get enough sleep? And then some days I'm like, okay, did you sleep too much today? Because your neck don't like it. But yeah, it's pretty funny. So let me glance at your text messages before we get started, and let's say hi. Hi, Amy. Hey, Alicia. Brenda R., thanks for being here. Woo, Brenda. Brenda has retired, so she's getting used to retirement. Brenda. I read out of the book she sent me, so she gifted that to me a long time ago now. What, a year ago now? Man, time flies, doesn't it? Welcome, Pookie Puppy. Aloha. I am trying to be on your time too by coming on early, so hopefully I'll be here for the whole time you're on. Alicia, Amy, thanks for being here. Amy has changed her name. If y'all, I'm glad you did, you know, at least lowered it. Someone could still go look up every single Amy on Facebook, which they will. Okay. They will. This is sick, but they will. Okay. And I'm talking about that one thumbs down on this video. You know, like I have how many people watching? That one thumbs down is still, they're watching. That person's watching. Thank you. My hair is doing its own thing. You can see during the day, I've got it pulled back. You can see now I've done some twisted stuff up with it. Crazy, but I got it going, I guess. Amy, thank you so much. She says, you're priceless, Dede. I appreciate that. I do have only a handful left, you know, of these Hawaiian flowers. So pick those up at myfavoritegroomer.com if you want one. Pookie Puppy had an overwhelming week. Okay. Megan, it's been a while. Hi, Megan. Welcome. Grandma Shell, hello. Hi, Dede. I'm really needing to be encouraged tonight. So happy to catch this live stream. Me too. I'm so glad you caught it. Everyone here, thanks for catching it. Thanks for being here. Share with your family members. This is a time where we really come, and I hope that you gain some perspective, and prayer really goes a long way. And I can't say, you know, that I would be the person up on the stage. I kind of wonder sometimes if that's where it'll ever go. But I can't say I could be a person up on the stage preaching the Bible, because I don't know that that's all of what I could do. I haven't studied the Bible enough, but there's things I have studied and steps I have taken in my life experiences that I feel like I'm a good person to kind of point you in the right direction. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I think we're all here to just pray together, chat a little bit. Y'all listening to me. It seems I have become part of your family in some of your lives. You can say right now, when you see me and you're watching it, it's kind of different on my side because I don't watch your daily life, right? But you'll be watching my daily life, my work. And here we come together just as separate time to talk about things that might be happening, that might be going on, things I might think you might be going through. And sometimes you really are going through them. And then we end it and we talk from a book that I'm gifted. And when that book's done, I've got another book that we'll do that I was gifted, like, so these gifts that YouTube fans just like yourself had sent me, power our PJ prayer time for a couple years, if you ask me. So some of y'all pop me on your TVs and you watch everything, whether it's a garage sale or a free donated groom or a not free donated groom or a groom that's really hard to do, or my work over here, or driving around at night watching people not wear masks. I mean, there's things that you're involved with me almost every day. Every day of my life. Wow, that's crazy. So I don't get to see your life, but the touching when you order something, unfortunately, that's true. When I see your orders come through, I'm like, they're supporting me. They're in there. They're there. And then you write notes and we email back and forth. You just grow a relationship from certain things, but you have to be going through that to have that relationship, because on your end, I don't see you at all, right? So some of y'all, like Two Dogs and a Van Adventure, Pookie Puppy, some of y'all have invested, and I know who you are when you write, and you remind me who you are. And some of y'all we basically write in text and email. So you create what is called a relationship. And it's not someone that you need to talk to every day, but you see me every day, on your devices. And unlike a celebrity, I can tell you Jennifer Lopez is never going to pray for me. I can tell you right now, she's never going to text me, Jennifer Lopez, because I think she's just gorgeous. And she's one of my favorite actresses. Have y'all seen that one movie where she's like the boss recently? Oh, man. But do you see what I mean? It's like you get someone so close at the same time. But what's not on camera is not on camera. So everything's not on camera. Believe that. But even that 8 to 10 minutes a day that's not on camera, 20 minutes a day, 2 hours, 3 hours, there's still a not on camera that happens live. Christine, hey, what's up, Christine? Welcome. And Renee Fisher, welcome. Now I forgot the beat of the tune. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Are you feeling that way tonight? This week? I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. So you can talk to me and you can let God listen to you all the time. You can talk to God every day. You sing it. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Oh, always something, man. It's always something. Kit Kat, what's up, Kit Kat? Yeah. Woohoo. One of my favorites is you opening a package when COVID is going on. Oh, did y'all forget to watch these? Have y'all forgotten to go back and rewatch things that made you laugh? Because there's a lot of things that don't make you laugh. I have. So I have to remind myself, that package video, you might want to just get to the part that makes you laugh a lot and record it with your phone, like the screen, so that just that 5 minutes or whatever, that's really intense for you. And when you have a bad day, you remind yourself, like a bad habit, you remind yourself to watch that for just whatever, 5 minutes. Just watch that and laugh. Okay, that's a great idea, right? Okay, go rewatch those funny videos. I mean, I made you laugh or someone else made you laugh, right? Go record that little clip and keep that in your phone all the time. You know how you download your videos and everything off? Keep that right there handy so you can laugh. Man, I got to remind myself, because let me tell you when I don't laugh, bad traffic, man. These people, as soon as I get on the road, every day I count how long does it take before someone almost cuts me off. And every day it's about 10 minutes or less. And I'm like, why do I even want to leave the house? Oh my gosh, me washing the van. I really tried hard on that one, man. I got fur all up I had fur all over my van. I used the toilet scrubber. I mean, this was disgusting. You should have seen me grooming Henry today with the help of grandpa and grandson. We are exhausted. Oh my, I couldn't imagine. Amy says, you'd be bored watching me work and piddle around. I like that word, piddle. Christine says, I would be happy to let you watch me all day. You may want to today drink after a day in my world. Maybe have a drink. Just popped in to let you know I'm praying for you often and have an amazing week. Thank you, Christine. Have a great night. Swiffer Duster, I know. I swear I think you have one. Pookie Puppy says, of her cutting David's hair, so many funny ones. I know. Oh my. Remember that time he was cutting my hair? Oh, and yeah, he was cutting my hair, and then I pretended to be an aggressive dog. I was like, you know what upsets me? You know, I have to tell you a secret. This guy, David, he has no idea. He might be listening right now, and I don't care, because anything you say, you should be able to say it to someone's face. Let me tell you something. I always envision in my head when I'm grooming and he happens to be around, because he's not always around. But if he happens to be around, I always envision my head. I really just want to hand him the clipper, because between me and you, he thinks what I have to do is really easy. Like it's just a piece of cake. And in his mind, he's like, you don't work hard enough. That's exactly what I feel. And he'll think like, man, that ain't even nothing. I don't even know what get it done. Just whatever, man. And him moving the camera around, I'll be like, all you have to do is like move the camera back and forth. You don't have a dog attacking you while you worry about the cameraman and using the clippers, and make sure you don't nick anything while you're messing around. All those, he doesn't have any idea the amount of multitasking that comes. He thinks it's, and so when I'm grooming alone, just between me and you and my dogs and God, I tell you what, there are times that the camera will be there and he'll be in the same room behind the camera and y'all don't know. I literally do want to stop what I'm doing and hand him the clipper and say, I'll trade you places. Y'all don't even know. He thinks it's so easy. And so he's over here cutting my hair. And I'm like, okay, I'm easy, right? Because I'm a human. I know what sit still means. I know to sit still when someone's got a clipper and a blade in their hand. You don't have to tell me to sit still. You don't have to tell me to sit down. I will sit down, put a cape on, and be still. But the second he starts, and I'm just like, he can't even handle that. He can't even handle that, let alone if I bit him. You know what I'm saying. He would get bit, you guys. You know, he would get bit. And that's the God's honest truth. And every time I want, in my closed mind and silence, grooming aggressive dogs, and he's over here messing around where I might get hurt. And I'm like, you got... I don't hand the clipper over. I don't hand the clipper over because I know he would get hurt. And I got to get parent permission first. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Ash the Great Dane Mix. It is good to have you. Welcome. I don't think he would give me the clipper back. He would just get bit, Renee. Ash the Great Dane Mix. I feel like I know your name, but welcome. Kit Kat, he's cut more than once, and quite a few videos are actually not loaded of him grooming, doing some cutting, and some are old, but he's trimmed, he's done some cutting. Grandma Shell says, I have seen David with an Andis 5-speed once. There's some coming. There's some up and coming, I think. I am still sipping on this wonderful pressed juice. Apple, lemon, ginger, which I love the heat of ginger. Don't now go eat a bunch of ginger. Don't do that without looking up some recipes, okay? But ginger and beets. And it tastes, I like sweet and sour stuff, so that mix is just really awesome for me. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. Does anybody feel like that right now? If David was here, I think he feels like that right now. Megan, I guess you're just going to have to wait until the end. You go check out this video. This video is called ASMR Brand New Triggers for Sleep. Fan request clipper noise. Someone did request the clipper noise. So we did my painting here with the clipper noise behind it. And I have it on mute right now. But you can watch the full video by searching up like ASMR on my channel. Or if you know how to get to playlists, there is an ASMR playlist on my channel, which we're slowly creating stuff there, but just by request. Someone wanted the clipper sound over and over. Here we are. I flipped over to what is called page 148. And this book was given to me by Brenda R. And I need to write in the book, so I'm looking for a pen. Get your notes out if you're taking notes. If you have the book, great. If not, I'm reading through it, so you don't have to get the book. This one is page 148, and we're doing it today on 9/13/2020. I'm also going to cover, if you don't mind, I'm going to read quite a bit tonight. We need to get through this book, and we need to move on. So let me just read 5. It's 8:59. So let me read 5 or 6 pages. How about that? There. I'm glad to see you, me and you, Gaming. We were just talking about you. I thought you might need someone to talk to. How long you been watching? Yeah, he's not gonna tell me the truth. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Is that you tonight? Is that you this week? I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. You can talk to me. You can talk to God. You can let God hear you. It's really hard to envision something you can't see. But if you've ever lost someone, if you've ever lost a pet, you will gain a perspective and you will know that person is not gone. How do you know that? You will know that pet is not gone. You will feel and embrace them in a way you didn't discover until you first ever lost someone or a pet or many pets. And I was just talking about, I don't know about this whole butt thing you got going on, man. I'm glad this is an ASMR because they shouldn't even be watching it. You know what I mean? This whole pajama thing I got going on, this is something else. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Are you going through that? All right. First page, we're going to read page 148. It's called Daily Bread. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me only my daily bread. There have been many studies that show the relationship of happiness to wealth. Some reveal that money does make people happier. Others reveal that riches destroy relationships. Have you ever noticed that celebrities, they're in the news a lot, right? Celebrity news. But we don't live their life. And like, let's just say my life, you guys get to touch base a little bit, a lot, right? We don't touch base a little bit, a lot with the real person. We see the actor, we see the actress, and they're great actors and actresses. But we don't know who they are on a day-to-day basis. They don't invite us into their lives on a day-to-day basis. We don't see who they really are behind their great acting at all, do we? Yet we do find, one person could have how many divorces as a celebrity? Money, they get paid a lot, right? Millions. Money cannot buy you the happiness. Money cannot buy you anything that will, in the long run, keep you fully happy and content. It doesn't come from money. Money-derived activity, not say activities, but money. You can go have fun for an hour on a jet ski for $65 an hour, right? But after that, the happiness is dissipated. If you're back to, say, a depressed situation, you're right back in it. Or a situation that's not happy. Others reveal that riches destroy relationships. One study done not too long ago tried to pinpoint the nature of money to happiness in a more detailed way. It looked at a variety of factors, and the conclusion was that it was not any certain amount of money that made people happier. It was the freedom from want. In Proverbs 30:9, the writer does not ask God for riches, otherwise I may have too much and disown you and say, who is the Lord? He does not ask for poverty, or I may become poor and steal, and so dishonor the name of my God. The author knows that the most important part of his life is knowing and following God. So he asks for daily bread. Enough to get by, enough to pay for the basic needs, enough to keep him and his family fed and cared for. Do you trust God to provide your daily bread? Would you be happy with just enough? Give that some thought. Oh. Me and You Gaming says, want to miss anything? I'm not really sure what that means. And then he says, the only man that I seen show his life, man, this autocorrect really sucks, doesn't it? For us all. His life after is Will Smith. I like Will Smith. Can you believe Will Smith's wife cheated on him? That really upset me. It upset me real bad. Like real bad. Yes, Kit Kat. I painted it a long time ago. I'm just using it as a visual as we talk. If you have just enough, do you have just enough? Those of you watching, do you have just enough? Do you not have enough? If not, if you don't, let us know. Right now during COVID-19 and after, months of this COVID-19 isolation and everything, do you have enough? Are you on assistance? Your family's there, everyone working? Do you have enough? Let me know in the comments. Page 149. He wrote them both. What do you think that means? God has made the one as well as the other. Uh-oh. When times are good, people offer up praises to God and spread good news to anyone who will stop long enough to listen. They talk about how thankful they are and how faithful God is to bless them in the way that He has. They may remember harder times and talk about how God brought them out of those. When we are experiencing trouble, it's natural to wonder why. And when times of very difficult suffering come, it's common for people to ask God, why are you doing this to me? We don't ask that question so much when times are good, but we should. Why are you blessing me, God? Why do anything good for me at all? I don't deserve it. We need to learn to see God's grace not just in what He does for us, but in what He doesn't do. And we need to realize that the bit of the world we see is just one small piece of a very large story. So when we are standing in the middle of the book and the chapter is a sad and dreary one, we need to remember at least these two things. First, there are many pages to come. And second, it is by God's grace we are living this story, good or bad as it may be. Now, let me tell you, that may be, hey, Game Overseer, what's up? Let me just tell you, it may sound really easy to not doubt what you're going through, whatever it is. Maybe it was a year ago, you went through some hard stuff. Maybe it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, yesterday, today. The hardest stuff you've ever had to go through, it might be right now. And it might be easy for this book, and I want to throw it, right? This stupid book. This book wants to tell me that, well, just balance it all out. No, the book doesn't say it's going to be easy, because it's not going to be easy. Whatever you're going through, what you don't love, someone's not listening to you, no one's here to hear you. Okay, this whole butt thing, David, I wish I'd have looked at this video. We need to just skip around here. Good Lord, look at this. Now just don't pay attention to that. Look behind it. Look into the picture. I'm about to change this whole thing, but look at this thing come alive. Isn't that cool? Are you guys seeing? Don't look at that, but look at the thing that I'm painting. Okay, and if you maybe I got an idea. I'm gonna fix this right now. I fixed that, baby, just like that. I just fixed it just like that. Just a bang bang. So I can't see it no more. But dadgummit, I got to redo that video. Oh gosh, you guys, I missed you. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. You sing it. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Are you feeling that way right now? You need someone to talk to? That's me. You can talk to me right now. Tell me what's up. Tell us what's up. This group of friends here. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. I just need someone to talk to. I just need someone to hear me. God can hear you, and God can hear you speak, and you can talk to God. Yep, I have those days too. I roll over, pick up my phone, look at it, and dadgummit, why am I going to get up out of bed? I'm just going to go right back to sleep. I need someone to talk to. Come on. I need someone to hear me. Woohoo! Some of y'all have to go back because we have talked about a few things already. Alice, welcome. Thank you for coming in. We all have butted Dede. So horrible, man. Horrible. Lester, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming to watch. Hit that like button, everybody. And wow, he says, my best fishing buddy turned to the bottle. It's a damn shame. Yes, it is. Tin Paper Maker, what's up? Welcome. I can bring myself back down here. Let's see what happens. It's coming along. Do y'all see it? Alice, I know what you mean. Brenda, finding someone to listen is the hard part. Absolutely. Tin Paper Maker, yep. Looking that way. This took, I think, 4 hours, or was it just an hour and a half to paint? Did I paint the whole thing in an hour and a half? Wow. Do you, Alice? That's awesome. This video can be found as title ASMR Clipper, because the clipper noise is actually behind it, on My Favorite Groomer channel. All right, we got these 2 pages out of the way. Let's go on. I'm going to keep flipping until I've got to a page I haven't read yet. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Page 152. And again, if you don't have the book, that's why I'm reading it. Don't worry, you don't have to get it. But if you happen to get the book, it's I think less than $10. And the video description has the book name. And if you want to donate for PJ Prayer Time, you may donate in the description of the video several different ways. Let me know that you want your investment towards PJ Prayer Time, that you want me to allot this time on Sunday evenings for you. Pookie Puppy says, before being able to pray, when I wake up, I had been slammed with chaos. You can go into detail if you want to. You don't have to. But sometimes we don't have control of the chaos. We only have control of ourselves and our reaction to the chaos. So sometimes that chaos is going to be thrown into your world. And you have got to remind yourself that you are in full control of your reaction and how quick you move and how slow you move and what choices you make to allow that to come before your morning prayer. If that's how you enjoy waking up, you can say, I will put all that aside, as prayer should come first in my life, because I'm a different person when I can get on my knees and pray first. That doesn't work for everybody. I like chaos a little bit. I grew up in chaos. And so without chaos, I don't know that I would function well. So everybody's different. And I'm not saying I go out and search for chaos, but when things are a little chaotic, I can kind of see clarity and find my way out. And sometimes other folks can't quite do that. And that's okay. You don't have to invite chaos. But me being able to step back and realize I have chaos around me at times allows me to step back and kind of go, I like it. So roll with the punches, Dede, and remind myself. But every now and then I let it get way out of hand and get my emotions too far involved. And then at that point, sometimes it's hard to go back and say, stop. And you have got to sometimes say, stop. And like that with your head, you have got to go, stop. And remind yourself in a jolt, stop it. My day hasn't started. You guys are on pause, step out of the room, phone, put it down. Next time I'm not sleeping next to you, I'll get a regular alarm clock and I'm going into prayer before I even start this day. Stop it. Tell those things to stop. I'm sorry, Alice. We have bad days. You're right. Tim Papermaker says, I wake up so slow. Man, girl, I do not. I don't know how to wake up slow. If I wake up slow, that means I didn't ever get up yet. I have not gotten up yet. There is no slow about it. My dog, Saki, would be like, if I just move my leg, she's like, it's time to get up. I'm like, no. I'm like, I guess I've been doing that a long time, right? I need to quit. She's just on. I'll move my leg just to turn over. She'll be like, where we go? Let's go. It's time to eat. It's time to eat right now. I'm like, no, it's 4 a.m. Oh, Pookie Puppy, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's chaotic. That is out of, you have no control. Is she in the hospital right now? Two Dogs in a Van Adventure, are you out there? Alice says, I tell my kids that God made our shoulders round for a reason, so the negative and mean stuff just rolls off. I like to hear that too, Alice. That's a great thing to say. But it's really hard sometimes. You need someone to come and rub it over. Okay, Two Dogs, just making sure. Next one here, page 152. Remember them. Continue to remember those in prison, as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. Hebrews 13:3. As of 2012, there were close to 2.3 million adults in the U.S. prison system. So many faces. So many men and women. So many moms and dads, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, and yet so invisible. They are easy to forget, and some of them would no doubt rather be forgotten. But Jesus tells us not to do that. In his parable of the sheep and goats in Matthew 25, the king blesses those on his right, saying, I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Just because people have lost their right to live in society does not mean they have lost their right to live in the family of God. If you have never been in a prison, just imagine for a moment what it is like. You are never completely on your own. You don't have your own space. You don't have your own schedule. You don't have your own belongings for the most part. You have to strip in front of others whenever ordered to do so. Even your letters are examined. And every day you do the same exact things over and over again, without a break. And those are the nice parts. Imagine if you were the one behind bars. What would you want us to do? This is a tough one for me. There are some people that have committed some serious crimes that I think if a 100% guilty, I really don't have very many nice things to say about what they did to children, to women, to men, to anyone. But at the same time, sometimes I wonder and think that prisons are like golden. Wow, you don't have to work necessarily. You don't have a 8-to-5 job. It was your choice to do whatever you did that was wrong that got you put there in the first place. Because we have a choice to not do those things, whatever it is. Really, really bad, not so bad, bad, or just kind of bad. All the whatever, between 1 and 10, how bad was it? Any of the bads of 1 to 10. Any. It was 1. It was a 10. However bad it was, we made a choice to do something that was bad. It wasn't good, it was bad. And some didn't do those things, yet they are suffering in jail and they are innocent. But some, we know 100%, But it takes years to find out that 100%, whether it's a weight of a DNA or a weight of this or weight for trial or weight. I think the whole system is messed up, honestly. They don't have to contribute to society anymore, but yet our tax dollars goes to educating those folks that are in prison, that have been left behind, forgotten. But yet here it says, Jesus doesn't want us to forget about them. But yet, how bad was their sin? And who are we not to judge or even fathom someone who killed a daughter, someone who raped and killed a daughter? You know, all these things that go through my head, which is why 2020, 60 Minutes, Nightline, Dateline, all these things show us these stories of people, some who could have been innocent, some who are not innocent. But yet, don't forget them. This is a heavy one right here for me. And then once you put them in a system like that, guess what? When they come out, they don't function the same. They can't function now by themselves. They can't function without someone telling them what to do, in my opinion. They lose themselves, which is why how many people actually repeat offenders? It's quite high, actually. Next page, page 153. What do you do about that page? 152. That needs to, it's out of my hands. It won't change either. I think the whole judicial system and everything, it needs to be broken. It's messed up right now. I can tell you right now, I did not vote any of those senators into position. I don't like any of those senators. And how did they get there? They won't let you work at a grooming salon and then groom over here on the side, but they'll let you be a senator and then go over here on the side and be a platform for, I can't even say it or I might get in trouble, some kind of rights over here. You can't. That's a conflict of interest. Who let you do that? Who's voting for you to do that? Man, don't even get me started. I hope the system comes down. It's really messed up. The entire system is messed up. I didn't vote for y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't vote for you. You doing that haircut, you shouldn't even be getting a haircut in isolation. You should be cutting your hair like I'm cutting my hair in my bathroom. And if you can't handle that, you shouldn't even be, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, I don't care. You as a person on a lockdown in San Francisco, you should not be getting your hair done for no reason. You should not have left your house. You want to tell me about isolation? You should not have left your house. You are broken and you are part of the system and I fire you. I thought we had the right to fire you guys. Why aren't they fired? Page 153 before we go into politics. I don't know how they got there. I do not know how. All of those senators and everybody, those congressmen and everything, I don't know how they got there. I didn't put a vote in. Not me. They were over there voting for themselves. I don't know. Did you vote for them? All y'all right here, all 20 of y'all, all 19 of you guys. Did you vote for any of those senators? Honestly. Not me. I did not vote for them. No. Matter of fact, have you guys watched the show? It's a real old one. Food Inc. FOODINC. There's a cow on it. You could probably get it free now, like on Prime or something like that. You can see watching that show how many conflict of interest. You have me going over here work for this grooming salon and this and that, and then they don't want me to, as simple as a groomer. But yet our politics allows double standards. Conflict of interest. You want to go be a Republican for green broccoli and then you get on the board of food and then be a senator. No. You can't do that. You can't be on the board of broccoli talking about food, right? I'm telling you, talking about how we are not allowed to plant broccoli anymore, broccoli seeds, unless they come from a certain company. Wake up, America. I can't plant broccoli seeds that I got from over there without getting them from over here. Oh, what? Okay. But yet you're on the board of broccoli and you're a senator and you're over here doing this safety CDC thing, whatever you're doing. Oh no, we got some big problems here. I can't wait till it comes crashing down. And I hope we're all ready for it. It really needs to change. This one says, don't judge. Therefore, let us stop passing judgment on one another. Now, what is judgment? And you know what? I have got to remind myself, don't judge all the time. Don't judge. I'm not judging. Don't. I'll be talking to myself, riding my bicycle. Don't judge. No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. But I do have an opinion. Okay, well, what's the opinion? Well, that's, I don't like that. Okay, well, that's your opinion. Great. But don't judge. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't wear that. You shouldn't look like that. You should act like this, and you should act like that. And you should, what is judging? One thing there is to love about the Christian church is the way we give one another grace. Oh, what? Not all churches give grace. And not all people in a church gives grace. Are you, I'm going to throw this book right now. This book is written by this person, and this person's view is that. But I can tell you right now, many of us are not attending church. And let me tell you, some of y'all been to some churches and y'all know what I mean. You've been to a church and you're like, oh no, she doesn't like my hair color. Oh, she doesn't like my skin color. Everybody in that church is not going to have the grace that you think that we all Christians should have. And let me tell you, as much things that they've been doing to boys and girls in the churches, you better, I don't care where you go to practice the Lord Jesus Christ in prayer and talking, you better always have your eyes wide open. That's why I'm here on my own little platform, doing my own little preaching. And when you, and you won't go back. You won't go back to a church where there's people right behind you staring at you over something. I went to a church, and I've been to a lot of churches. There was a point where I was about to do a YouTube just going, every new church I go to, I'm going to go in, record what I went through, record this and that. And when I get in the car, I'm going to give you advice on that church. Like, honestly, because every single church gives you a different feeling. And guess that feeling changes. It really does. It changes who you are. So if it was me versus my African-American friend over here, or my mom who is really pure blood Taiwanese, or my dad who is completely a white American, it will change their view when they walk in and feel how the church feels. That will be different per person. And I would go to, I'm going to finish reading this, don't judge, but I want you to know just by reading that first phrase, do not believe that when you walk into a church that you are not judged. Don't do that to yourself. You are going to let yourself down. And I'm about to get mad at this book. I mean, look, I put an X on that. No, you don't like it. Just say, I don't like it. That's not right. It's the truth. God didn't say don't have feelings. God didn't say don't let it out. My spirit can't hold on to that hate right there. So I put it right there. No, you are wrong. One thing there is to love about good people is that is the way we give one another grace. It's so nice to be a part of a good group like this one, where no one judges another, where people look at one another through the eyes of Jesus Christ. I'm about to rip this page out. We're going to change the title of the video later too. I'm going to say I ripped the page out. Okay, we're done with that one. The lesson I just learned is that judgment comes from each one of us, and it is a sin that we all carry. And I remind myself constantly not to judge someone for anything that I may not agree with. It is their life and their choice of life. I hope that God, when he looks at me, can see that in me, that I tried my best not to judge somebody. I will let you have your full explanation of who you are and by your behavior and your treatment and how you act. And then I will go, I don't want to be around that person, or I do want to be around that person, but I won't judge. I might have some thoughts like, man, I just probably wouldn't do that. Like me, myself, I'm not going to judge what you're doing, but I personally, I wouldn't want to have a sex change. Do you see what I mean? Like I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that. So I can't judge you if you want to have one, but I can't even wrap my mind around it. But that's not my place to judge. That's me. Okay. So that's how I feel about judgment. And I really do. I really try not to judge. I'll be like, I really don't like how I might not, I don't think it's wrong for me not to like something. And I don't think it's wrong for me to say, I don't like that. But I'm not going to do what some other people have done and how they handle it. I'll be like, no. If I'm going to try it. But David, though, let me tell you, me and David, I'll tell him off. You know, that person that you know really well. And sometimes I got to remind myself, stop. Me and You Gaming says, the guy I vote for never wins. Really? I thought you said you voted for Trump last time and he won, obviously. Renee says, I've heard that some want to go back because they can't handle the life on the outside. Agreed. So what are we doing wrong there? We helped them all through. When they got out, they had nowhere to go, so they end up repeat offending, right? We need to have a catch plan. Who's paying for that? They've got to get on board. They've got to work. Alice says, preach G, I totally agree. Renee says, I knew someone that was in the system for like 10 plus years and he wasn't the same. They're not the same. It's hard when have been in for so long and come out. It's a huge wake up call. Yep. And they're never the same. And Alice says, yes, point if is so hard, especially for children. There is a lot of anxiety with my son going BK, but staying home. He just has bad anxiety and not being around other kids who is hard on him. Yeah, that would be hard. Unless you got framed, that could happen too. Yeah, and then there's Amy says, that's just so true. There's a lot of people that should be there that they're not. Alice says, if I was behind bars, want my family to move on, I would, and to live life, and I would look to God and school to try and change my life. Alice, it's so easy for people who haven't been to jail to, me and you, to say that, but when our minds are completely different. The person who is in jail, in my mind, in my opinion, is a completely different mindset. So we are out here and we would do that. And if we ended up doing something that got us into jail, that's what we would probably want to think we would do. And then when you're there and the cellmate rapes you or chokes you, a man, it would be different, right? But a woman, it'd be hard if I had a cellmate woman and she raped me. Oh no, I don't know about that. But men, that happens. And matter of fact, police, unfortunately, not police, but guards that are shady, and they get drugs and everything smuggled up in there. You know, there's shady people up in there, a lot of them. And that's why I said this whole system needs to crash on down. Because I would not let no shady people being prison guards. If you let shady people be prison guards, you might as well have shady police, which we do. So then why isn't anything being done about it? We know who. You can wrap your mind around shady people and we can get them out of the system. How? Get them out of the system. Amy, now we're going to the politician stuff. Politicians not doing work of the people. No, they're not. I thought this was a people. No, there's something else changed. It just happened over time. And it's just what it is now. It's just what it is. Amy says, guy used to paint my house, spent years in prison. Now he owns his own company and is one of the best people and raising the best family I've seen. And they love God. See, people can turn around. Tin Paper Maker says, I don't go to churches any longer. A lot of people I know don't go to churches anymore. And I can see why. What y'all churches doing? Tin Paper Maker says, I just follow the Bible. Been to several churches and they have their own cliques. So yes, they are very judgy. I know. I had to rip that page out. Anybody else doing this? Just do it with me. It feels good because that ain't the truth. You know it's not the truth. That's one reason I don't go to church, because of those kinds of people. Some aren't that way. Some aren't that way. I'm standing there alone and I'm not that way. But I knew I was in the wrong church when I started crying and not one person put their hand on my shoulder. I don't care what you're crying about. You don't even need to ask me why I'm crying. But dadgummit, if I'm crying, in a church, if you're church people, you need to put your hand on someone's shoulder. I can't roll my eyes long enough to get stuck in the back of my head over that one. You know you were in the wrong church. Someone behind you knows you're wiping tears with the tissue. Even if you're quiet, you're wiping some tears. You get your hand on their shoulder. How stupid are you? Yeah, I said it. How many of y'all, as soon as you, Amazing Grace, as soon as something just hits you and you start crying and you got that tear, that tissue, you don't have to make a peep. You know, you looking around, someone behind you, especially someone behind you, cry. You in the wrong church. Wake you. Do not make me cuss right now. You know what I'm talking. If you know what I'm talking about, and no one ever said it, this is it right now. Say, I know what you're talking about right now. Give me some purple hearts. I don't care. Just get that. No, I'm gonna preach it like that. Animals don't judge, and I got 3. Let me tell you, I'm about to pick up. No, I can't. We are all trying in this life. I don't know about y'all, but for the most part, every now and then we get that slip up, and y'all know who it is. For the most part, this little community we have, and it won't be little for very long, but we can keep the mentality little. That means we care about one another. We pray for each other. You reach out and touch someone on the shoulder when they're crying. You let them know, like Pookie Puppy and her heart failure for her mother, that you just say a few words. And that's grace in itself. We do, Brenda. We all need to pray for our country. And we need some change, radical change. And maybe the protest will push that change, because that is radical in itself. But I'm not going to get arrested for protesting, because you won't find me protesting. I don't want to protest. I'm so sorry. That's just not a choice. Protesting is involving things like vandalism, breaking into people's businesses that we're already suffering to stay alive. No. If you're doing that type of you can, no. There's a lot of I saw a news story where they wanted to release prisoners to help put the fires out in the West. That would be good. The only person that can do something about it is the people. That is our right. So how do we get enough people to say we fire every single senator out there? Done. Fired. We want to change. How do you get that? Well, the protesters are doing something right. They're doing something as a group. A lot of people across the nation as a group. But what some of the things that they're doing, I don't believe in. So you will not find me out there to get arrested. I won't break the law out there. What they're doing is not right. Amy's like, Purple Heart, thank you very much. Amy can't be the only one that went to a church that, as soon as that song, all that, and this and that, you start crying because you had a loss. Your life is turmoil, chaotic, and you start crying, and not one person put their hand on your shoulder. That happened to me at more than one church, which is why I don't belong to a church right now. That's a shame, isn't it? All these churches, they have to raise a lot of money to stay awake and stay open. This is the Bible Belt of the entire United States here, right where I'm at in Texas. And every single church has got to raise money, tithe, to keep them alive. Or they can't be open with staff. It just wouldn't pay for them to be all living like that. They couldn't do it. There's a lot of churches to choose from here, and I've been to quite a few, and I can't believe it. Not one. From the rich ones to the low-cost ones. Orange Moose, welcome. She was probably listening the whole time, but that's pretty cool news, right? California has always used prisoners for fire academy. Interesting. Pookie Puppy says, broke down in a church a couple times. I remain very close to those who comforted me. Man, if I start a new church, I always break down. For some reason, I don't know why, but I always break down when I start a new church. That song comes on, that song that just makes you go, I just need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Just makes you go, what? We're almost done here or what? Yeah, we're almost done. We're going to wrap it up soon. This has been a long one, huh? Y'all been here the whole time. Me and You Gaming says, we will never get the people from the high table down. They were born into it. But I thought this was a people's public. Do you see how it's not? Thank you all for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed PJ Prayer Time. I will read one more, and then we'll do prayer, and then I'll sign off. As I ripped out one page, I'm now left with page 155. Y'all missed the rip out of the page, you must go back and rewatch the feed, because that was good stuff. Jesus' birth. The birth of Jesus is famously recorded in two of the Gospels, those of Matthew and Luke. It's in those stories that we hear about the shepherds, angels, and no room in the inn. But the beginning of Jesus is recorded in John. In the beginning was, that's it, Jesus. He was with God. He was with God. He was the Word. Not as easy to make carols up about this story, is it? But it's a powerful and mysterious story all the same. It brings up all kinds of questions that are difficult, if not impossible, for us to answer. How is Jesus God and also man? Was he man at the beginning with God or just God? In the beginning, when he was the Word, did he know he would become a man? Did he know he would save us? The fact that there are parts of Jesus' story that we cannot understand doesn't need to trip us up. In fact, it should increase our confident walk in him. For what kind of God would he be if we could understand every part of him? And what kind of Christmas would it be if there weren't still some mystery? I praise you, Lord, for everything you are, the parts I know and the parts I don't know. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God, my Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, As you walk in me and walk through me to other people here in the feed and people I've never met and people that will watch this and listen and catch something or need something said, a bit of happiness, a bit of sadness, a bit of reality. Please enlighten those listening and help us find direction with your spirit alone. Guide us when we are sad, when we have chaotic adventures. Come through our lives with unknowing answers and not a path in sight. Wherever you want to lead us, we will follow you, as you have saved us from things we had no idea in that dark moment you were there. And in the light, you have always been there. But we see you much more clearly in the dark, as you are our only source of light. So many people need someone to talk to, someone to hear them. You are easy to talk to, easy to listen. Such heavy shoulders, such heavy moments right now we are all going through. Some going through tough times right now. And we can only know of those tough times if we hear of them, if we know of them. Let us see them and help where we may. Thank you for our friendships here, for this time that we've given to fellowship and talk about you, recognize you and your word. Let it guide us as we have some hills to face. Please be with Callie as she recovers, Pookie Puppy as her mother recovers, as her mother goes through what she is going through. All of us facing our own heart trials, whether it's health or hurt or emotion. Please keep our hearts strong. Give us the strength to do things to keep our hearts strong, whether it's our diet, our exercise, our peace. Thank you for being the light in my life and watching over me in moments I thought I was alone, but I only know that I wasn't because I am here now to stand before you, because there were times that I should not have survived. And without you, my Lord, I would not be here. Protect those watching, be a part of their lives as we ask you in prayer to be with them, each and every one here, and those people I've never met. The nation needs you now. Please help us to reform our judicial system and our government. We really need it. It needs to change. In God's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We spent quality time really discussing a lot of things. Thank you for listening. Thank you for praying for those we don't know, and praying for you. It's an honor. Thank you. If you need anyone, reach out. We're here. We will listen. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to listen. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. That was it. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you want to donate for the stream, you can do so in the description of the video. Praying for each and every one of you. You've got me. I'm your friend. We'll see you next time. Have a great night. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Don't stress. Get some sleep, get some rest. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. I need someone to talk to. You sing it. I need someone to hear me. Last time. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to hear me. To linger, right?